see, we all know the passage, ask and you shall receive. And a lot of you might be waiting for God to show up and move in a monumental way in your life simply because of that. But you might be completely forgetting the main ingredient for God to bring the blessing to you. I have a great motivational message for you today, but you already know the deal, family. First, hit it. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. My name is Kevin Brown, also known as ExpressedWordz with a Z, and welcome back to Speak It, See It, Feel It, where you can speak your life into existence, you can see it becoming a reality, and you can feel as if it is already done, guys. It is already yours. Happy Tuesday. Welcome back to another video. I hope everybody's having a wonderful and a blessed day today, all right? Very quickly, man, I want to give a quick shout out to a new Patreon member. Thank you so much, Joshua Corder, for your pledge and for joining the members community. I'm truly grateful to have you here with me, all right? And also, family, today is my young prince's birthday, man, so y'all leave some comments for him. Leave some love down below in the comment section. Today is his 11th birthday. We've had a great morning so far. We've been out to breakfast. We went to the mall to get him some new kicks. So we've been chilling and we've been hanging out, family, all right? Now, we're going to get right down to this message. I want to give you guys a quick message of motivation, man. And this is something that you guys have to remember. It's extremely important, especially on your awakening journey. All right, now pay very close attention to this, because on your awakening journey, you must remember, you're being redirected, right? You had tunnel vision this way at first, right? You was at the 9-to-5 job. You was a hamster wheel on that. You was a hamster on that hamster wheel of unhappiness, right? You were going in this direction, but then, chosen ones, you had your awakening. God called you to do something. There's something that you need to get done, and you're moving, and you are being redirected in a new direction, and you must go in this direction. You must go this way. All right. Now, what's crazy about that, family, is that a lot of the times, man, right, we're going to be confused, right? We're not sure. God's going to call us to do something. If it's for our purpose, for our will, he's going to make us uncomfortable, right? We're not going to know exactly what we're doing when God has called us to do something, but we just know that we have to be obedient and go in that direction. All right. And here's the thing, family. A lot of the times we ask for something, right? And we expect to receive it, because that's what it says in the word. Ask and we shall receive, right? It's the same thing as speaking it into existence, all right? Tell yourself that you will make it. Tell yourself that you are everything. Tell yourself that you are successful. Ask and you shall receive, all right? But here's the thing. A lot of people, man, moving through this world, moving through everything that we're going through, when we go through trials and tribulations, when we go through many different adversities, right? And we are faced with a ton of bricks. We are hit with roadblock after roadblock after roadblock. We ask and we expect for God to deliver us from the trial and tribulation. We ask for something in our lives and we expect for God to give it to us. But there's some main ingredients within that prayer, within that ask and you shall receive, in order for God to bring the blessing to us, family, all right? Okay? A lot of the times we're waiting on God to move in our lives. A lot of the times people are just sitting back, twiddling their thumbs, waiting for God to move in their life because they asked for it, not realizing that God is actually waiting on you. You see, family, you can't just sit back and ask without doing anything. And that is the problem with the world. And that is also a reason why people curse God, because they ask and they expect to receive without even having to do anything. They think that they don't need to do anything. They don't need to put in the work. They don't need to take action. There's nothing that needs to be done on my end. All I need to do is ask God, and he's going to give it to me. He's going to deliver it to me. Ask and he shall receive. And I know it's going to happen. I know it's true because it says it in his word. But you have to remember, family, that when you take one step, God can take two. All right? You cannot expect for the Most High to move on your behalf and you just sit back and do nothing. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that, family. It is extremely imperative that on your awakening journey, as you are being redirected in a new direction, when you're being called to do something and you don't even know where to go, Yes, you're going to receive little stepstones of blessings to help you get there, to let you know that you're headed in the right direction. It's extremely, extremely imperative that you also take one step forward. All right? If you guys are scared to move in the direction that you are being called to go in, and you're not even taking one step because you're living in fear. Remember, fear is just false evidence appearing real, because the enemy wants to keep you there, wants to keep you in that place of fear. But yet you're sitting back and saying, God, I'm asking for it, but how come I'm not receiving it? No matter how hard it is, no matter what you're going through, no matter what the enemy is putting you through, you have to move through it. You have to go through the furnace and through the fire in order to get to the most beautiful, beautiful blessing and destination that you are trying to reach. You cannot expect to stand in front of the furnace, to stand in front of the fog, to stand in front of the fire, the roadblocks, and say, God, can you just pick me up and throw me over all of it? Can you just pick me up and toss me over the maze? Can you just pick me up and help me maneuver around all this thick fog that I can't see through? I see a pit of snakes. I see a pit of vipers. I see a pit of lions. Can't you, Lord, just pick me up and move me around it? It says, ask and I shall receive. And then people wait years upon years, upon years, upon years, upon years, waiting for a blessing, for something to happen, waiting for God to move in their life. Yet they didn't have the courage or the strength to move and take one step by themselves and to trust that God would take two. You see, family, a lot of people will not make it in life, cannot make it in life simply because they expect to sit back and do nothing. A lot of people are extremely, extremely lazy. That is why a lot of people won't make it to the top. That is why a lot of people will not become successful. That is why a lot of people do not fulfill their dreams or even find their purpose. Because they expect for God to move in their life without them having to actually take action and do anything at all. They expect to just be lazy and sit back. Remember, you will not be comfortable in your calling. All right. So if there's a pit of snakes, if there's a pit of lions, right? If there's a huge jungle and a river that you have to cross that's full of electric eels, all right? If you are going through adversities and trials and tribulations, you can't expect for God to just pick you up and throw you over the river and say, it says it in scripture, God, ask and I shall receive. So I'm expecting for you to just move me around my trials and tribulations. You will be stuck for the rest of your life if you live off of that type of mentality. You will be stuck for the rest of your life if you expect for God to just move in your life without you having to do anything. It doesn't work like that, family. The Most High cannot move in your life on your behalf to bless you in the monumental way that you are expecting to be blessed when you are just sitting back with your arms crossed. I'm trying to tell you guys right now, if you are being lazy, if you are always sleeping, if you're not willing to go the extra mile, if you're not willing to try, even when you fail, if you're not willing to get back up, you will not become successful. Don't expect to ask and receive. Do not expect to ask and receive when you're not willing to go through and cross over the pit of vipers, right? The jungles full of lions, everything. The roadblocks, the obstacles, the arrows that's being thrown at you. Family, you guys have to be extremely smart and intelligent on your road to awakening right now. You have to be extremely, extremely smart, and you have to move with courage. You have to move with purpose. You have to move with strength. You have to keep on keeping on, family. You have to keep on going. We are in this together. I need y'all to realize that. All right, you guys may feel like you're alone. You may feel like you're going through your trials and tribulations by yourself, man, but you're not. You're not, family. We are all connected divinely, consciously. We are all divinely connected. All right, we are all divinely connected. All right, that is why sometimes, man, when you guys are around certain people, when you have certain people that's around you, and maybe you're going through something in your life, you and that person will feel it on an energetic level. They will be able to feel that you are going through something as well. We are all connected. So you are not alone on this journey. It may feel like it because your family left you, your friends left you, but God did not leave you. He will never leave you nor forsake you. So remember that when you ask for something to be done, you're on your new path. You're losing people out of your life. God, I need an answer. God, I need a vision. Lord, please show me, where am I supposed to go? Because I have lost everybody. I have lost everything. And I don't have anybody to speak to. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I'm asking and I'm expecting to receive. All right? You're on your new path. If you don't at least try, you have to at least try. Right? If you don't at least try, if you just throw the towel in, if you're just ready to give up simply because you have no more vision, then don't expect for God to move in your life. You take one step, God's going to take two. You take one step, God is going to take two. You take one step, God will take two. We'll take two. All you guys need to have is a little bit of faith, family. Faith as small as a mustard seed, and you will be able to move that mountain. You will be able to move forward in life. You will be able to get to where you're going. I need you guys to also realize that your purpose will be found in your history. All right? Not only is it connected to your talents and your passions and the things that you love to do, all right? But think about your story. Remember, history just says his story. Think about your story. Think about where you came from. Think about where you're headed. Okay? Because God will leave clues in your history of where you're supposed to go for your destiny. But if you're not willing to pay attention, if you're not willing to take one step, you're asking and you're receiving for God to take two steps, but you're not willing to take one after all he has done in your life. You must be willing to put into action. You must be willing to keep on keeping on. No matter how hard it gets, all right? With the strength of the enemy, you know the enemy is out here to steal, kill, and destroy. You know the enemy is after your mindset. Because if the enemy can get up here and to steer you off course and from going in the direction where God has called you to go, you're not going to be able to move. And you're going to ask God for deliverance. You're going to ask God for grace. You're going to ask God for hope, for peace, for love, for understanding. But if you don't take the action and if you're not even willing to try, how do you expect for the Most High to move in your life if you're not even willing to try? When you guys are called for a new path, you're called in the new direction. Remember, you're being redirected. Your whole life is being redirected, chosen ones. You are being redirected in a new direction. And even though you may not have the full vision of where you're trying to go, you may not have the full vision yet of where God is trying to take you, you have to at least try. You can't just give up because the times are getting harder. You can't just give up because I don't know what to do, man. I'm just going to throw in the towel and I'm going to go back to my old ways because that's what I'm used to. It's because that's what I know how to do. You have to be uncomfortable to step foot into your calling and into your purpose. You have to be uncomfortable. And God will make you uncomfortable in order to get there. And during the uncomfortable stages, family, this is where the blessings roll in. This is where the manifestations start to happen. This is where all the great things begin to show up in your life. All right? Because God is testing you through the uncomfortableness. God is testing you through the trials. God is testing you through the things that you don't know how to do. You've already asked for it. Remember that. You've already prayed for it. You've already asked to be delivered from it. You've already asked for it to show up in your life. You've already asked for it. You don't need to keep asking. You do need to expect to receive it, but you have to also take action. You have to also do your part. God is waiting on you guys. God is waiting on you guys. You cannot ask for something if you are not expected to actually do something. You can't ask for something, but yet you're not willing to do something. You're not willing to step forward and actually move to create it and move to bring it forth into your life. All right? There might be a lot of you, man. Okay? Maybe you have been living in poverty. Maybe you have been living from paycheck to paycheck. Right? Maybe you have been under heavy financial attacks. All right? And you're asking God to bless you for a new job. Lord, I can't stand this job. I can't stand these people. But yet you're not going out to actually search for a new job, but you're asking for a new job to just land in your lap and with more money? It's not going to work like that because you're not taking action to go out and seek for it. Remember, what you are seeking is seeking you. What you are already seeking, family, is seeking you. So if you are miserable at that job, if you are looking for more money so that you can sustain your life, so that you can help put food on the table for your kids, buy them new clothes and great presents during Christmas or for their birthdays, but yet you're not out seeking it, what you're seeking is seeking you. So if you're not seeking it, then the job is not seeking you. You see what I'm saying? Don't expect for God to just show up in your life and to drop a job there when you're not even willing to go out and look for a new one. The same applies across the board for every and anything else that is happening in your life. All right? God cannot move in your life, family, if you continue to sit still. Sometimes God will say, be still. That is a complete difference. All right? Sometimes there's things that's happening in our lives because we're being broken down, right? Let's talk about this really quick. We're being completely broken down. We're going through many trials and tribulations. We're going through many things, and we've done everything that we could to try to deliver ourselves from that situation. In that situation, God is saying, be still and let me work, because you have done everything. On the other hand of the spectrum, right? You're asking God to move in a monumental way in your life. You're asking for something major to happen in your life, but you haven't taken the steps to actually make it happen. That's completely different. God's not telling you to be still now. All right? When you have done everything, when you have exhausted all options, when you have worked your tail off, family, right? Blood, sweat, and tears. When you have tried everything, when you have cried yourself to sleep at night, right? When you have gone through it all, when you have done everything, sometimes God is saying, be still. But if you're not doing anything, but you're being lazy and expecting for blessings to show up, it's not going to happen. You see, the beauty and the blessings will show up through the trials and tribulations because you worked so hard and pushed through the adversities. You stepped through the furnace. You stepped through the fire. You didn't ask God to just pick you up and throw you over the roadblock. No, you actually went through it. That is how God is going to bless you, because God can't trust you with anything if you do not do your part. If you don't do your part, you can't expect for God to trust you with more money. If you don't do your part, you can't expect for God to bless you with a new car, with a new home, with a new spouse. You want somebody that loves you amazingly and wholeheartedly, but you're not even willing to love yourself or to love the other person that way. So God can't expect or trust you to love or deliver somebody that's going to love you that way when you don't even love yourself that way. Your life is so precious. Remember, we talked about this. Your life is so precious that don't expect for God to move in your life and to deliver somebody. You want somebody to love you completely for who you are, but you're not willing to love yourself for who you are. You're not even willing to step out and love the other person like you're supposed to. If you want to have the type of love or anything in your life, I'm just using this as an example. If you want to have that in your life, then you need to be of love. If you are full of hate, if you're full of jealousy and envy, if you're just full of, just hatred, right? You're full of just toxic energy, but yet you want a loving person in your life, it's not going to happen. You need to be of love so that you can attract it into your life, so that God can bring it to you. Do not expect for God to move on your behalf in a monumental way if you continue to sit still, chosen ones. That's all I have to say, man. I want you guys to take this message with you going forward into the week. All right? Be weary. All right? And remember this. Extremely, extremely important lessons here. All right? Because a lot of the times there's so much distractions out here. There's so many things going on in the world, so much chaos. We can't move forward in life, right? A lot of the times we go through so much, right? There's so much burdens on us, so many things on our back, on our shoulders, that it feels like we can't get off, that we are just stuck in worry, that we ask God, Lord, please deliver me from this situation. But yet we are so tired and so exhausted that we aren't even willing to move forward ourselves. I'm not saying that it's not okay to be tired and exhausted, because you're going to be. You're going to go through so much turmoil, So much trials and tribulations, ups and downs, hoops and bounds, right? The enemy is going to attack you left and right. You're going to be tired. You're going to be exhausted. But as long as you take one step a day, as long as you continue to move forward, family, 1 foot at a time, 1 step a day, God will take 2 and move on your behalf. Do not quit, guys. I do not want you to quit. I don't know who needed to hear this message today, but I need y'all to know that wherever you are going right now in life, wherever God is calling you, don't be afraid of this new path, of this new journey. Embark on it, embrace in it, and love where you're going. Learn where you're going. Okay? You're going to make mistakes. Yes, you're going to make mistakes. Yes, you're going to mess up, but that's not the end for you. It means you must keep on keeping on. You must persist until you succeed. You must persist until you succeed. You must persist until you succeed. That is how God is going to bring it to you. Because now he can say, okay, I can trust you, my child, because you actually do want it. You're fighting through the furnace. You're fighting through the pit of vipers. You're fighting through the jungle of lions. You're fighting through the storms, through the hurricanes. You're pushing through everything. I see you trying. I see you crying at night. God has not forgotten about you guys, man. I want you to know that. When it seems like you don't have nobody there and it seems like God is not answering you, sometimes he's not answering you because he's needing for you to just trust and believe that it's all working for your highest good. Everything is working in divine timing for your highest good. But if you continue to sit still and not take action and not do anything, God cannot move on your life. He's waiting on you. All right, family. So I don't know who needed to hear that message today, but whoever needed it, take it and run with it, family. And you already know the deal. Go ahead and give this video a thumbs up right here if it resonated with you. I love y'all to life, man. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. I hope you guys are having a great week. I hope you guys are continuing to move the needle forward. Do not quit, chosen ones. Do not throw the towel in. And when you ask for something, expect to receive it, but you also need to do your part. Take that 1 step so that God can take 2. All right? I love y'all. Have a great day, and I will see y'all soon in the next video. Peace.